Firhill for thrills and, in Jim Leighton's case, for spills too. Leighton, who'd perform heroics later on in the game, blamed himself for the loss of Hibs' first goal after 35 minutes. Coming out of his goal, the Hibernian keeper was out-jumped by Roddy Grant, whose looping header gave Thistle the lead. 60 seconds later, though, Hibs attempted the quick route back into the match and nearly made it. The ball nicely shielded by Kevin McAllister and teed up for man of the match Gordon Hunter. His thumping effort parried by Craig Nelson. Into the second half, and this time it was McAllister taking the chances rather than making them. A fine goal by the 30-year-old winger. Billy Findlay's pass finding the ex-Falkirk winger, a tidy turn beat his marker, and a decisive shot flew past Nelson for the equaliser. That goal coming in the 63rd minute, and 3 minutes later Hibs sensed victory. They were denied a second, only by the Firhill upright. Gareth Evans on the right fired in the cross, and a brave header from Keith Wright had the beating of Nelson, but not the post. A minute on, and it was Thistle on the attack again. A clear chance this from Ian Cameron, and it was Leighton to the Edinburgh side's rescue. 60 seconds remaining then, and both teams desperate to settle it before extra time. But a suicidal streak showing in the Thistle midfield. Darren Jackson pleased to accept the gift, and his cross found Keith Wright's head. Only Nelson's reactions and his left hand kept Thistle in the tie. So into extra time, and after 4 minutes, Hibs made the breakthrough. Kevin McAllister drilling the ball home for his, and Hibs' second. Latest signing Michael O'Neill with the chip across Nelson's goal, and another demonstration in control from McAllister. The entertainment, though, wasn't finished, and neither were Thistle. 2 minutes before the turnaround, it was Albert Craig who popped up to equalise. 2-2. The Hibs defenders, unhappy spectators in a game of head tennis here as the Firhill faithful began the celebrations. Soon to be a spectator too was Thistle midfielder David Byrne after a scuffle with Darren Jackson, which left the Hibs striker prostrate, and Byrne heading for an early bath. Red carded by the referee. But the knockout blow to Firhill hopes came at the end of extra time. In a penalty shootout, Jim Leighton emerged as Hibs' hero, saving once from Roddy Grant, then from midfielder Paul Kinnaird. And finally, with his Hibs teammates watching nervously from the centre circle, Leighton saved a third and decisive spot kick from Ian Cameron. The ex-Scotland goalie's reaction said it all. 3 years out of the big time, he's glad to be back. Hibs threw 3-2 on penalties, relieved and delighted.